women spend a lot of time with men, right?
Mm-hmm.
That sometimes I think don't have the best intentions.
Sure.
And I guess I'm just wanting to ask the question for the girls. Do you pretty much know it when you see it? Almost
I think so. I would say so. Like, I did know it, and I would say through dating and times and things of that nature, like, it's so interesting. I've had this conversation so much recently, but I have a strong opinion on this. But
good. I want to hear it.
So, you said, women spend a lot of time with men. And, I think a lot of women spend time with men and feel like men are wasting their time. Back to your point of he who finds a wife finds a good thing. First of all, I don't think it's happenstance that most of the most successful men in the world are married. You know what I'm saying? From a standpoint of, them growing their careers and things like that, having that foundation at home propels you in a different way. But I say all of that to say women operate on timelines. When y'all started as a young girl, you said, okay, I want this, and that in my life. So it's I want to be married by this time. I want to have a kid by this time. I want to be at this space in my career. Men don't move like that. Men need something that pushes them in order to be successful. Right. So, because like me and my wife, we dated 5 years before I proposed to her. Now her timeline in her head is saying he should have proposed to me a long time ago. She's disgruntled about it and she's making it known.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about men is we want to know, can I truly provide for this woman?
Wow.
If I'm going to be married, can I hold down this household financially? Can I provide for her spiritually? Am I ready for that spiritually and mentally to move forward? And can I be the leader that she needs? Because I love this girl.
Wow.
I want to be able to give her what she deserves, not just what she just wants. What I feel like she truly deserves is a man that's whole. Mm-hmm. And if a man does not feel that he is there yet, he is absolutely not going to move forward. That's just the truth of it.
Thank you.
But like women, y'all on that time clock, it's like, I got to have a baby by this time because my body ain't going to get snatched back or, whatever the case may be. And so with that, like I said, being married is what propelled me as well in my career, because at the point that my first son was born, right? At the point that we have a baby, mm-hmm. or at the point that she was even pregnant, mm-hmm. right? Was yes. when she was pregnant. And that was when I reached out to you and said, look, I need a house.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what it was going to take. I didn't know whether we was truly ready, but she's pregnant. I need a house.
Yes.
So that's how we end up with house.
Right.
Baby gets here. I'm working in retail. I'm working, some days I might be working 10 to 6. Some days I'm working 9 to 6:30. Some days I'm working 12 to 9:30. It's all over the place. And I'm working weekends.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, he's here. I need more time with my kid. I need to be able to be supportive in the household. Mm-hmm. I need a better schedule. So then I move roles, right? I move out of the retail space. I get me a role that's going to have me working from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. And even take a pay cut to do so, because that's what's important to me is the time back, right? And the consistency in my schedule to be able to align my life in a more consistent way. Now, at the point that baby girl is on the way and my wife is pregnant, my conversation with my mentor was literally, look, I got another baby on the way and that baby's going to cost me $23,000 more. I need a $23,000 raise, mm-hmm. And that's what propelled me to say, I need to make a career move, and so marriage and those key points in life and life's transitions of having kids is what propelled me to do that.
It's amazing.
So for men, you have to have something, again, like I said, my cousin at the club put the battery in my back to say, go talk to her.
Yes.
You have to have something that puts that battery in your back that says, this is what's going to push me forward. A lot of times women think, well, it's the time that he put in because you operate on time that says, okay, he's ready for marriage with me because he's been here for 4 years. And it's like, nah, that's not the case. That man needs to feel some level of wholeness within himself. If he does not feel that, he is not moving forward. Until he feels like, yeah, I can do this. I can do this, and we can do this together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that is just, I love that you have a strong opinion about that. And that's a really good explanation, because there's just, I mean, nowadays there's just, the girls are just sitting back and, you know, it's just not moving as quickly. It's different with social media.
Yeah.
Do you still believe in that traditional date? Like if you were if you were mentoring a young man and he told you he was interested in a young lady, what would you tell him?
Yeah, I'm pretty traditional in my stance on things, but you know, the dating world and today, like you brought up social media, people live off what they read on a meme nowadays.
Yes.
So if the meme says that man doesn't make this amount of money, so don't date him, that's what people do. So the dating world is a little bit more complicated than it was when I was coming up. Like I said, me and my wife, we broke together. Like our dates was going to the movies, hanging out, you know, going bowling, those kind of things. Nowadays, they got memes out to say date better be, you know, $200 at bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? And people take that.
Yeah.
People take that to heart. You know, I had a conversation with a young girl at the office recently about the same kind of thing. She says, "Well, I want a man that's where I'm at in my career right now." She's making 6 figures at 26 years old.
Okay.
And I told her, I said, you know, no disrespect.
Boo.
However, your dating pool gonna be real small if you think you're gonna find you another man, 26, making 6 figures, because he doesn't have something that, unless he's just super driven or came up in a household where his dad was just super corporate and by the book and stuff like that, and just drives him to do that, he's not gonna do it until he has something that puts that battery in his back. And so I gave her that same framework that I just gave you is what I gave her. She went, oh, I never thought of it that way.
Unless you're my son, my 26-year-old Columbia graduate who's a tech co-founder that raised millions of dollars in venture capital. Now, with women and no man in the house. But no, that's a sidebar. I just had to throw there.
But that's a good sidebar.
He's a unicorn.
That's a good sidebar. But he's a unicorn because of what he saw his mom do.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
He says, my mom's an entrepreneur. My mom put in the work. My mom worked hard. You know what I'm saying? My mom bet on herself. My mom, you know, kept pushing and kept educating herself to expand her business. My mom decided that being just a lawyer wasn't good enough. My mom became a real estate. She got in real estate. That's not good enough. My mom became a real estate broker. That's from the optics of what was right there with him in his household, that he's able to say, this guided me to say, I can bet on myself in these spaces to be able to go be a person that can generate millions of dollars. Had he not had you there.
Wow. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what this is about. Like you here to tell me I'm a king, you a queen.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like you deserve your flowers as well, because you know, if it had not been for seeing that and seeing the person that you are, the love that you show, the integrity that you have, the amount of ambition that you have to keep pushing forward, and you're still doing it today.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Starting this right here, this platform, this is all business that he's able to see. He's like, she didn't stop there. Come on, man. Come on, man. When you see somebody around you, you have somebody in your corner and you see them grinding and you say, that person didn't stop there. They kept seeing how they could become greater, how they could do more, how they could impact the community, that kind of thing. That's important.